Hello everyone, it is Willow and we are back with Witchy Life Story. I have stuff on it right now, but look at this. Look at this book I just got. Ooh, that light though. Ooh. But like, is that not adorable? I love it. I haven't written anything in it yet. Also, you know, with this game, gotta have that around. Okay, let's talk to, I can't remember his name now. Ramsey, that's what it is, Ramsey. Ooh! Selenite. This crystal always reminds me of the moon. What a lovely shade of white. Definitely using this later. Thanks again, Ramsey. Okay. Oh, Willow, I did it again. I didn't mean to, but I couldn't stop it. I know I need to take it easier. I know I need to balance everything better, but it's so hard. Do you have a potion or anything that could help? I'm so overwhelmed. Best regards, Mel. Okay. Yo, Willow, I want to fix my relationship with my crew. I think I'm ready to take responsibility for my actions the other day instead of beating myself up over them. Maybe an oil or something could help? Okay. I want to figure out how to talk to the fibbly nibblies, but they're too strong. I know I need to figure out how to change things between us, but I need to know where to find answers. Do you have an oil for that? Ooh! Whoa, big discounts. Yeah, talk about perfect timing. I don't think I'd be able to afford Jimna's antiques otherwise. And there are some items I'm thinking of crafting. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm still figuring them out, but I'll make sure to tell you when I know. You wonder why Jimina's put everything on sale? Maybe she's sick of having her inventory lying around, but we should definitely go check out the sale. Okay. I just remember we change the outfit every time, so let's do that. We haven't done that. It's very 70s. Don't know if I love it. Let's do the crocheted outfit. Let's do... The bow's pretty cute. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I think the bow is the best for this outfit. That is super cute. Earrings, let's just do, yeah, definitely the green. Definitely the green. Perfect. I definitely think it's gonna be a thing where, like, we're gonna have to reuse outfits, but it's fine. Or I'm gonna have to do the 70s ones. Okay, let's do the garden first, just because... Sweet. Okay, now let's go to the village. Let's go to the shop. Oh, did you get my letter? Does that mean you're here to buy my antiques? I sure hope it is. I'm thinking of doing a bit of rebranding after the festival. Maybe something like Jamina's Common Goods. Nothing exciting sold here. Not that I'm not glad you've been a loyal customer during your stay, but I need more than one customer to keep the shop open. That's enough for me. That's enough of me. Enjoy the low prices. Okay, we're going to buy all of them. Yeah, we're gonna buy all of them because I feel like we're gonna need them. We have 3 of those. 2 of those, we got 3 of those, we got 2 of those, we'll just buy 1. Perfect. Go back home and make these potions. Oh, actually, let's do... Perfect. There's one that I can't display. Oh, I can display that one now. Okay, I think that's all of them displayed. We got the pink one up. So we're only missing one more too, which is pretty neat. Okay, let's get to making. Orders. Mail first. Okay, plants, shield. So we need rosemary, pea flower, and hollyhock. Okay, let's do it. Can I do it? Okay. Rosemary, pea flower, and hollyhock. I don't remember what hollyhock looks like. Which one was hollyhock? Oh yeah. I didn't even check, but she needed a potion anyway, so it was like totally fine. Okay, keep crafting. Jonas needs an oil to help him apologize. I think this one's the oil, right? Yeah. Okay. So, rose, pea flower, and hollyhock. Okay. Rose, pea flower, hollyhock. I'm good and good. I'm actually remembering some of these things now. Okay, keep crafting. One more for Nisha. So we need rosemary, geranium, and allium. Okay. I did say rosemary, right? Yes. Rosemary, see? Now I don't remember anything. Geranium and allium. And she needs an oil. So, that one. Perfect. Okay, I think we're all finished. So let's go out to the village. I think we still talk to like everyone anyway, so. You approach Ruth's office. You wonder how the memory incense went. It seemed like Ruth found the walking meditation helpful too. You knock on the door. Ruth, are you busy? Willow, I'm busy. That doesn't mean I don't have time for a chat. How are you doing? I came here to ask you that. You seem to be in pretty good spirits. I am. I woke up this morning full of energy. Perhaps our little trip up the mountain helped with that. Have you used the memory incense yet? No, actually. I wanted to practice a bit more of what you taught me the other day. But even so, I think getting everything off my chest over these past couple of days, and then taking a small break from things, it's all left me feeling unexpectedly rejuvenated. I suppose knowing what I want has given me some motivation. Nisha and I have already been discussing all the places I should visit, and, of course, Mel is starting to make post-festival plans too. She never stops, that one. Who knew a young witch could have such a big impact on our small village? Shrug. I do what I do. As you do. Honestly, I was a little worried in the beginning, but I knew Margie had her reasons for sending you. You really think my gran planned this? Planned might be a strong term, but she probably saw an opportunity. I get the feeling the gran I know is different from the one you know. That's possibly true. Your family is known for being rather strict. Perhaps Margie saw a bit of herself in you, and wanted you to have the option to go down a different path than the one you took. I get so tripped up when I'm reading, guys. Like, I'll be moving my mouth and words aren't even coming out. I don't know what path that is. Maybe it's just the one that sent you here. But don't I have to leave? Suddenly, you hear footsteps running down the hall. Mayor, we have a crack. Oh, Willow. Sorry, am I interrupting? Nope, I think we're just wrapping up. Yeah. Okay, good, because you better come quick. The napkins just got delivered, and they are not the ones I specified. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Willow. Yep. And white. This feeling again. Is it selenite? Which we have now? It is the crystal for wisdom and unblocking energy. Yeah, that would be a good addition to Ruth's enchanted bosom. Pardon? Let me take a note of it in my grimoire. Okay, well, we have to talk to Mel because we have to deliver. Please let me find Mel neither sick nor tired. Please let me find Mel neither sick nor tired. You walk into Mel's office, but... Huh, where's Mel? Dealing with the napkins. We were just here. Oh no, did she not recover? She's supposed to be here. Maybe she just stepped out? I could leave the spell on her desk. Yeah, I'll just put it right. Ah! That's when you see her. Mel crouched underneath the desk, muttering something to herself. I did it again. I woke up today and told myself I wouldn't do it, but I still did it. Another cosmopolitan ritual? No. I said yes to everyone. I said I would handle everything. And now here I am, overwhelmed again. I can't get sick. I need to sleep. The festival preparations won't go well if I don't stay well. Can you go back and just tell everyone no? No! Well, I guess I could. Delegation. That's right, I can delegate, or rather, re-delegate. But I feel so worked up, I can't even think about that. What would I even delegate? Where would I start? Someday, you'll find Mel in a sane state again. Unfortunately, it might be too late to use this boundary spell. You would want to use it before removing your boundaries? Oh no, I messed up your magic again. That's not what I meant. I just have to push through this again, don't I? But I don't want you to help me with that. This is my responsibility alone. Oh, jeez. If you let Mel handle this alone, you know it won't end well. At the same time, using more magic will probably backfire like it did previously. What could help Mel? A quick coffee break. Maybe make it decaf. But then we'd also have to go to Jean's cafe. There's no way he can see her like this. But then what? Wait, the boundary spell. Maybe it's not too late. We can use it to help Mel redelegate her tasks. But we need to get her into a state where she can think about redelegating. Is everything alright? You're being quiet. And that's when it hits you. Mel, I have an idea. You do? Can we still use the spell? Not yet, but we're going to do an envisioning exercise. And then when you feel ready, you can then use the boundary spell. Envisioning, is this some sort of mental exercise? Yep, we're going to envision how you wish things would be. So, like envisioning myself redelegating tasks, I kind of want to go more general than that. Let's try envisioning your perfect day. We can try to form a day where redelegating isn't an issue. Having a clear idea of what you want might make it easier to make it happen. And then, the more focused intention will help the boundary spell too. I see. Alright, let's try it. Okay, let's get ourselves into a comfortable seated position. You and Mel take a seat across from each other. Now, let's take a deep breath. You close your eyes. You feel your jaw drop. Then tension in your forehead falls away. Your shoulders hang loosely with your hands on your laps. I forget that it's two people and I was like, laps? It's two people, that's why. Your body both feels light yet grounded. I told you, I can read fast, but apparently my reading fast is just skimming real fast. Now, Mel, we're going to walk through a day in your life, okay? Mel nods her head in agreement. It's morning and you've just woken up. What do you do? Jean's probably already awake. I can smell coffee and some freshly baked scones coming from the kitchen. Cute! I get up, brush my teeth, get dressed, and then sit with him at the table. We talk about what we're doing that day and say when we expect to get home. Jean heads out before me and I clean up the kitchen before heading to the office. Wonderful. Now let's take another deep breath. You and Mel take a deep breath. You can feel your breath deep in your lungs. As you exhale, you feel all the tension again leaving your body. Great. Now tell me about your walk to the office. It's a beautiful day outside. Most days in Flora are beautiful. Kids are playing by the lake. I can hear Jonas and his crew working hard at the festival grounds. I'm glad Jonas moved out here with us. It feels like he's finally found a place he fits in. I look over at your cottage, and I'm so happy to see your garden blooming. Finally, things are feeling right again. Before I know it, I've arrived at the town hall to start my day. Very good. Now let's once again relax our muscles. You unclench your jaw and let your shoulders fall. Then the tension in your forehead falls away. Your body feels both light yet grounded once again. Now for your work day. How do you imagine that going? This is supposed to be in an ideal situation, right? Yep. Well, I walk into the town hall and our secretary immediately greets me. Then I head up to the mayor's office and of course she's already working. We have a quick morning meeting to discuss what needs to be done and the state of things. Then a few other people join us from various committees. Now in an ideal setting, we all figure out the best way to approach the tasks at hand. The mayor's hands are already full, so I agree to be the one to come to if any problems should arise. Everyone walks away from our meeting with a clear list of what's to get done and who's to do it. I have my tasks, but I'm also available to help if needed. Throughout the day, I get asked a few questions and advice on things, but everyone can do their work. And I trust that they can do their work on their own. Things aren't falling apart if I don't know what's happening all the time. Okay, now for the end of your day. But first, let's take another quiet moment. You focus on the sounds around you. The murmuring of conversations in the hallway, the chirping of the birds outside the window, the soft summer breeze. For a moment, the world is alive and yet still. Your mind is quiet once again. The end of the day is simple. I stop by the mayor's office to let her know that I'm heading out. I added a word that wasn't there. It's fine. Then I meet Gene in his cafe. He gives me whatever he's just baked and a cup of tea. We chit-chat for a bit, but he's still working, so I head home. While I wait for Gene, I sit on the couch and do some knitting. Then, once he's home, we have a simple dinner, talk a little more, and go to bed. Mel opens her eyes. Not a very exciting ideal day, is it? It seems a lot more relaxed than your days now. Well, that is partly due to the festival, but I do think things could stand to be a bit calmer, and I do believe I have a big part to play in that. There are many days left until the festival. Maybe for the rest of the day, I'll make a clear plan for the next few days. And tomorrow, I'll present it to everyone. Perhaps at this point, it's not worth getting nitpicky about small details. And I'll make sure to use that boundary spell. That way, I'll be sure to delegate, instead of being a control freak. So you think the envisioning helped? Yeah, I do. It's crazy how easy it is to forget to think and reflect sometimes. I wish I had something that could help give me the time. Give you the time? Could I make something like that? I guess it's better late than never, but I feel like I've taken up much of your time. I should let you get going. I'm just glad I could help. I hope your planning goes well. Thanks. Could I make something for Mel that could give her the time? You know, Jamina's shop has that old hourglass. Well, it doesn't anymore. We do. I wonder if I could put something together with that. Okay. Quick water break is done. Let's go to Jean. You walk up to Jean's cafe and see a close sign on the door. But the lights are on. That's strange. Maybe I'll take a quick peek to see if Jean is here. You walk back to the kitchen, where you hear someone furiously whisking. You pop your head through the door and see Jean standing over a massive bowl of batter. He looks up at you. You look at Jean. Jean nods his head and gives you a thumbs up. You take that as saying everything is fine. Thank you for the release spell and for eating the madeleines out of the trash. It was highly effective, but now I have a lot of batter to make in very little time. And while I would love to share my delicious baked goods with my favorite witch in training, okay, maybe that's pushing it, but I need to focus right now. Please come back at a later time. Let's salute him. Yep, you leave the cafe with an empty stomach but a full heart. I can't wait to taste even more of the madeleines. I'm so glad Jean's recipe worked out. Huh? This feeling again. Jade, the crystal of success and grounding? I could see how that would suit Jane. Yeah, I'll add that to my grimoire. Okay, talk to Jonas. You see Jonas and Caesar at the festival grounds and walk over to them. Hey, Willow. You got that spell I asked for? Let me see. Yep, right here. The Forgive oil. You hand Jonas the Forgive oil. You can tell he's feeling apprehensive about it. You worried it's gonna backfire? No, actually. I'm just afraid it won't work at all. What if my crew doesn't forgive me? Or worse, what if they forgive me but I lose my temper again? Then it means the spell is pointless. Using the spell is pointless. Yeesh, if Jonas is this worried about the spell, it really won't work. Nothing will work with that attitude. So, we need to figure something else out, don't we? Am I doomed? You can tell a massive freak-out meltdown is imminent, but you really don't want to try anything else that can make it worse. Think, Willow, think. Huh? What is Caesar? Your dog. Do you mean what is it? Is something wrong? Caesar rolls over onto his back. I think he wants pets. I think he definitely wants pets. Jonas starts giving Caesar belly scritches. Yeah, who's a good boy? Caesar looks up at you. I think he wants you to pet him too. Give him belly scratchies too. He's so soft and fluffy. You and Jonas keep petting Caesar. He seems very, very happy. But you realize you feel very, very happy too. You look at Jonas. He also seems very, very happy. Could it be that Caesar sensed both your stress levels rising? Caesar stands up and does a big shake. I guess he's had his fill. I'm feeling more relaxed now. Yeah, me too. Are you ready to give that forgive oil a shot? I still don't feel ready, to be honest. Obviously, I love petting Caesar, but I feel like I need something I can do to just, I don't know, prepare my brain for this stuff. Does that make sense? It totally does. Hang on, let me think. You notice your mind feels clear now after petting Caesar. Maybe that dog is some sort of familiar. Anyway, Jonas needs something to prepare his mind to use magic. But it sounds like he needs something to break his negative thought patterns. You know, he asked you for magical words before. Maybe words are exactly what he needs. Hey Jonas, have you ever heard of affirmations? I feel like I've heard Mel mention those before. She probably has. They're a pretty common tool witches use to give themselves a quick boost. Are they magical? They're more of a focusing tool, I would say. I find them pretty helpful, and they're simple if you want to try them out. Nothing weird will happen. Nope. I will only start with using a few, so you don't get overwhelmed. Alright then, how do we do these affirmations? Well, first we need to identify what exactly is making you feel anxious. Let's start with maybe 3 key things. One is definitely that I'm not working hard enough to overcome my anger. Second would be, well, that I'm just a bother to other people, like Mel and Jonas and my crew. Third, if I try to talk to people about how I feel, they'll think I'm weak. Are those good? Yep. Let's start with your relationships with your friends and family. You're afraid you're too much for people, as if you need too much help. That, and I guess they constantly have to be worrying about me. Not that it's bad to think about other people at all. But I mean more like they have to manage me. I don't want them to feel that way. Do they make you feel that way when you try to tell them how you're feeling? Not usually. I mean, there have been people in the past, but they were also kind of mean. I feel like you need to believe that other people care about you, and that they're listening to you isn't managing you, but showing that they care about you. Yeah, maybe. So how about I recognize my worth. My life is full of love. Wow, saying that out loud feels weird, even though I know it's true. Then you just need to practice until it doesn't feel weird. Yeah, you're right. Next, let's do communication. You're afraid that if you tell people how you're feeling, they'll look down on you? Yeah, like I'd be a terrible leader, or that I can't handle anything in general. It catches people off guard that I get overwhelmed and need time to cool down. I like being around people, but sometimes it can be too much. But I also know the only way for people to know that is for me to tell them. I like to believe that people are more understanding than I sometimes want to give credit. But there's always that fear, you know? I guess if I tell them and they still don't listen, then maybe it's not my problem anymore, though. I don't know. Let's try an affirmation saying your wants and needs are valid. You're right that some people will respect that, but others won't. But that doesn't change the valid that word of your wants and needs. Validity, right? I don't know. How about we go with something like I am worthy of being heard. Listening is a form of love. I'm worthy of being heard. Listening is a form of love. Jonas seems taken aback by his own words. You have a good feeling about this affirmation. Yeah, I like that. And lastly, working to overcome your anger. Okay. So working to overcome your anger, but it's not just anger, right? No, Anger is usually the result when everything gets to be too much. And I'm working on that, or at least I have in the past, but it feels like it's not enough. But you're working on it? Yeah, of course. So how about we come up with an affirmation about making progress instead, to help you focus on how you are working on it and making progress. Mel always says progress isn't linear. Maybe she's right. So how about... each day presents a new chance for growth. Wow, that's really true, isn't it? Yep. See, just saying it out loud helps, doesn't it? Affirmations are intense. Great. We've got 3 affirmations. Let's go over them one more time. Every day presents a new chance for growth. Now the second one. I recognize my worth. My life is full of love. And lastly, I am worthy of being heard. Listening is a form of love. I feel like I can already feel my mindset changing just by saying these 3 affirmations today. Just imagine how they make you feel with even more practice. When you feel ready, go ahead and use the forgive oil too if you think you still need an extra push. Still need the extra push. Thanks a lot, Willow. You know, Mel is always burning candles and stuff when she does her thinking stuff. I wonder if she'd let me borrow one when I'm practicing. But maybe I should just focus on these affirmations first. Candles. What, is it a bad idea for something? No, not at all. It just got me thinking, but it's nothing. Well, I should get going. Of course, make sure to let me know how the affirmations go. Will do. A candle. Pretty sure the shop has an old candle holder. I could probably put something together for Jonas using that. Okay, Nisha. You approach the art studio and you hear what you think is Nisha pacing back and forth. If you're not going to let me work, I don't know what to do. She must be fighting with the fiddly nibblies again. I better get in there. You walk into the studio. Willow, I'm at wit's end. Do you have that spell I asked for? Let me see. There it is. Perfect. Divination oil. This should let me talk with them, right? Not entirely. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying that again after our last attempt. You do have a close relationship with the fiddly nibblies, but that relationship is too strained to confront them directly without an experienced witch. And what's the point of this oil? I feel like I'm almost there with figuring out the community mural project. Is there any way to figure out what to do without talking directly to fiddly nibblies? Is there a way? Okay, just say it twice. I guess ignore them? No, it should be something you have experience in doing. You don't want the fiddly nibblies to destroy the studio again. Maybe you can figure out what to do, but not at the studio. Safely away from those spiteful spirits. You did sense Nisha's desire for divination oil from her letter. Is there a form of divination you could do? That's it. Let's do a tarot reading and see what the cards say. Is this something you can actually do? Of all the forms of divination, it is the one I am most familiar with, yes. Of course, I'm still learning, but there aren't consequences with tarot readings. Well, at least not thinking like spirits wrecking your art studio. At least nothing like. Let's try it then. Where do we get a tarot deck, though? I have one at my place. We can do it there. Yeah, that's probably best. Who knows what the fiddly nibblies would try to do if we... What the fiddly nibblies would try if we did it here. I'd just be adding things. Words. Let's get going then. You and Nisha make your way to your home. You and Nisha make your way to your home. Wow, I haven't been here in ages. It still looks the same as I remember it. Yeah, I didn't bother to change anything, considering I'm not here that long. Well, that and I kind of like the place already. I keep my deck on my altar. Let's do the reading there. You and Nisha stand over the altar. First, let's apply this oil. Okay. And then let me shuffle the cards to cleanse them of their old energy. You take the cards in your hands and shuffle them a few times. So, how does this work? First, we need to decide what spread we want. I think a 4-card spread might be best. As I said, I'm still learning, so I'd like to avoid the more complex one if that's alright. As long as I get answers. Think of it more as guidance than answers. Let's just get started. You draw 4 cards. The first card will tell us the problem we're facing. The second card is the obstacle. The third card is the recommended action to take. And lastly, the 4th card shows the outcome. Sounds straightforward enough. Well, we see if that remains true once we flip the cards. Let's see what the first card is. The Magician. Wow, these cards are beautiful. Did you draw them yourself? No, actually. My gran made this deck for me. Our family's custom is that the head witch gives a tarot deck to their apprentices once they start training. I feel like I could learn a thing or two from your gran. She's an excellent artist. Anyway, what does this card mean? So this is the Magician, depicted by a plant called Dittany of Crete. This card symbolizes skill, focused energy, and manifestations. Though we're reading this card for a tricky situation, the card is probably telling us there's a lack of these things. I have skills. I don't think the card necessarily means your artistic skill in this case. Remember, we're asking what to do about the fibbly nibblies. I think in this case the card is saying that maybe you and their energies are out of sync. Somehow, you aren't communicating effectively, so you can't harness each other's energy. What do you think? I guess it's figuring out how to communicate then. We tried that and it didn't work. I wouldn't say that was our best attempt though, so the card is telling us there's something more to do there. Maybe we should go ahead and turn in the next card? The Devil. So our obstacle is the Devil. Now this one makes perfect sense. Hang on, this card might not mean what you think it does, but it does mean there's some sort of chaos going on in your life, perhaps some manipulation and confusion. But I remember when my gran talked to me about this card and why she chose the sundew to represent it. And I was like, it's carnivorous, duh. And she was like, yes, that was part of it. But when people first started collecting sundews, they thought they were the most darling plants. And then they discovered they were carnivorous. Someone exclaimed that sundews were then vegetable wickedness. And my gran thought that was hysterical. When you're done dealing with the devil, sometimes you need to just laugh at the absurdities of things. Sometimes by not enticing the chaos, you cause more friction. So I've been trying to cut them out of my life more recently, more than I did when I was younger. Even then, it's not like they didn't cause trouble. I like the fibbly nibblies, but it was exhausting being the weird girl in class. I just wanted to fit in. Did you ever think you were weird? What? I always thought I was fine. It was everyone else. I could be myself with the fibbly nibblies. Let's pull the next card. Temperance. So temperance represents the actions you can take. This is interesting. In a good or a bad way? Well, it implies something in your life needs healing. And since this reading is regarding the fibbly nibblies and what you should do about them, it might be that the two of you need to do some healing work, which is a step beyond communicating. I tried asking them what they wanted before. I feel like that wasn't the right approach. It might be more what the both of you want. Temperance usually means something along the lines of cooperation and finding harmony. The other curious thing in temperance is the number 14, while the devil number is 15. So if you can heal your relationship, you might find harmony in chaos. But how do I heal my relationship with them? You said you used to play with them as a kid, right? Yeah? Have you tried that recently? No. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. So maybe it's not playing with them like when you were a kid, but somehow still including them in your life. You said they were a big source of your creativity, so maybe it's something along the lines of that. Maybe you're right. So what's the outcome? The Empress. The outcome is the Empress. What's so funny about that? The Empress is a card of creativity, uncontrolled creativity at that. It's also a card of nurturing. If there was a card to represent you, I think this would be it. The Empress. I think I could work with that. But what could it imply for me and the fibbly nibblies? So it sounds like if you're able to find balance with the fibbly nibblies, you might become even more creative. What I thought was holding me back all my life might be my way forward. That's what the cards seem to say. Of course, this is going to take some work on your end. Yeah, it will. There's not much time either. Maybe this festival piece can be the start of something new with the fibbly nibblies. Yeah, maybe it could be. I wish there was some way to at least set us up to work peacefully together. Devin always says you can sort all your problems over a cup of tea. Tea, yeah? That gives you an idea. If only life were that simple. I'm going to head back to the studio. Maybe I can start to refigure things out there. Sounds good. I'm glad the tarot reading seemed to help. I've never done a reading for anyone else before. It was an exciting experience. Here's to both of us learning new things today. I'll get going though. Thanks again for your help, Willow. You know, Jamina has that old teapot at her store. I wonder if I could make something with that. Nisha might not realize it, but Devin is on to something. And now I'm back here again. I need to... Okay, last person, Devin. I wonder how Devin's meeting with Ruth and Mel went yesterday. They seemed confident enough. You knock on the music studio door. Willow, I'm so glad you're here. Whoa, did I do something? Yes, you helped me big time. The countdown meditation, along with the confidence spell, really worked. Ruth and Mel loved the song I composed. Really? That's great to hear. Though I wouldn't give myself too much credit. You're the one who wrote the song after all. Yeah, but without your help, I would have been too nervous about playing it properly, you know? Oh, Devin, you're too sweet. It's true, though. I really don't know what I would have done without you, or what I'm going to do without you. Oh, that's so sad. We are staying in this town, whether she wants to or not. Devin, oh, Willow, you go first. No, you. It's just these past weeks have been really great, even with all their ups and downs. I was about to say the same thing, but let's not focus on the sad stuff just yet. We've still got a few days, and then there's the festival. What's left for you to do before the festival? Now that the song got approved, the musicians need to practice it. I don't think that'll be too hard, though. They all seem pretty skilled. I also offered to help finalize the lineup and run the stage for the festival. Wow. That sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, but it's all at least backstage stuff. I'm pretty excited though. It feels really great to bring all the musicians together. I think we're really going to capture the spirit of Flora with our music together. It's really great seeing you this excited. Well, we'll see how I feel the day of. I think you're going to be just fine. As an artist, I feel I should always want to be the center of attention, and then there's an expectation that I should constantly be putting myself out there. But it's just so exhausting, and then I spend all my time stressing out about I could be working on and composing or collaborating with other musicians instead. You know? I don't get why making art never actually feels like it's about making art. Does that make sense? I think so. Basically, you want to make music without all the other stuff. I just want to study witchcraft without all my family's expectations. Those expectations are made up anyway, and for some reason they all seem to accept it. None of them seem happy about it either. Yeah, that's it exactly. I was kind of amazed when I was honest with everyone at the full moon ritual. Everyone was just alright with it. I've never had that happen before. Usually I get told if I don't do things exactly this way that I'll never make it, you know? But you know what? I think that's nonsense. Yeah. I'm liking this rebel energy. I'm feeling a little fired up, though maybe I should calm down a bit. There's still a festival to focus on. I should probably be getting back to the music too. Still got lots to do and only a few days left. Yep, let's do our best. This feeling again. This time it's the amethyst. That'd be perfect for Devin's locket. Amethyst has protective qualities and helps quiet the mind. So if they don't have time for a countdown meditation, the amethyst could help instead. Let me write this down in my grimoire. Okay, so I think that's it. Let's go home. So I'm like curious. Can't really do anything here. I could do a spread. Let's just do... I don't know. Maybe we don't. I don't see a way to like use any of that stuff now, so I just don't think we're there yet. Oh, we got an achievement. Friends with Ruth. Complete all of Ruth's friend events. That's pretty cool. Hey Ramsey, I want to talk a little more about that idea I mentioned yesterday. You know how I've had those strange feelings after talking to folks, like sensing colors and stuff? Well, I was thinking about crafting some enchanted items, incorporating what I've been sensing. You know, with to help them even after we've left. Do you think that's a good idea? What? Yeah, I know it's extra effort. I'm not trying to assert my magical skills at all. I just want to help, for real. Yeah, I've already got some idea on what to craft. I think I've been thinking about it for a while now, but only just realized it. But I wanted to see if it was actually a good idea first. Thanks, Ramsey. Let's enchant some items. Time to write these ideas down in my grimoire. Okay, let's see, because we're still missing one. So let's see if Ramsey's got the one crystal that we still need. Oh, this is the last crystal? One crow treat coming up. Yes, I promise to still give you treats even if you don't give me crystals in return. Citrine. Wow, this one is gorgeous too. Orange is such an energizing color, don't you think? Thanks for finding all these crystals for me, Ramsey. They'll be good souvenirs. Okay. And we don't have any like spells to make today. Oh, we got another achievement for collect all the crystals. Let's go to the garden and let's, I feel like the sun is not always right there. Anyway. Okay, did I already do this? Okay, I did not. Okay, do that real fast. Okay, let's go back home so that we can do this. Can we do it here? Oh, enchanting items. Okay. Enchanting items is similar to crafting spells. If you have the item to enchant, it'll appear on the altar once you click the character's portrait in the grimoire. You should also see the ingredient symbols in the recipe box. Use these symbols to identify what ingredients you need, but there's one special ingredient, the crystal. Click on the gold bowl to cycle through the crystals in your inventory. The correct one should match the color of the icon. Do I not have that? Oh, okay. No, I do have that. It's behind. Okay. Plants. Let's do this. So red. So some rose, and then like a dark purple, which is allium. And then yarrow. And then what crystal is this? Can't tell what crystal that is. Maybe it's under recipes. What? I can't tell what crystal that is. Maybe it's under villagers. Y'all, what crystal is that? So we've got white, purple, green. I mean, it could be this. This is kind of white, but it could be selling it. I don't know. How do you tell? You should also see the ingredients symbols. Okay, crystal. The correct one should match the color of the icon. Oh, I skipped it. Okay, this matches this more. So I'm going to go with that one. Okay, I did it. Woo! Keep crafting. Okay. Jean. Enchanted journal. Is it already there? Yeah, I mean, I figured it should already be there. Plants. Okay, a light purple, so he needs some lavender. Yellow, which I just think is yarrow. And then the circle with the dot is candula. Okay, and then green, so jade. Oh, I just skipped it. Perfect. I guess that other crystal is more like a light blue rather than white. Okay, keep crafting because we have one more. Okay, Devon, plants. Okay, so white, so chamomile. And then like that color, geranium. And then candula again. And then this time purple, so amethyst. Sweet. Okay. Let's go to the village. Let's go deliver these things. And talk to everyone. Again. Let's give the bosom? I don't know. I don't know what that is. To Ruth. I hope she likes it. I've never made something like this before for anyone else, or anything like this to begin with. You walk up to Ruth's office and knock on the door. Willow, hello. Sorry, I'm about to head to a last-minute meeting. Is everything all right? Yes. I just wanted to give you this. This. You hand Ruth the besom. She holds it tenderly in her hands. Well, this is wonderful. What do I owe you this for? What do I owe you for this? I wish I could English. Oh, nothing. It's a gift. Well, a goodbye present, really, since the festival is almost over and all. You can use it to cleanse energy from a room. I figured you could take it with you on your travels. Of course I will. Oh, goodness. I wish I didn't have this meeting. It seems so rude to run off now. It's not a problem, really. I understand there's a lot to get done before the Florealia festival. This is truly such a lovely gift. We've been very lucky to have you. Thanks. I should get running now, though. I can't wait for the harvest ritual you have planned for us. Okay, talk to Mel, because we gave her a spell yesterday, and I'm trying to get all of their friendship things done. Time to check on Mel. I know I said this before, but please let her be okay. You walk up to Mel's office. You see her sitting at the desk. She actually does seem... Willow, good to see you. Wow, this might be the first time I've seen you not freaking out, exhausted, sick, or hiding. Yeah, you might be right about that. Sorry, that was rude. No, it's true. But I think that's thanks to the visualization exercise we did, and the boundaries charm. Oh, did you use it? Mm-hmm. After you left, I actually went through the visualization exercise again. Then this morning I held a meeting with the finalized plan and redelegated some tasks. Honestly, I was so worried about people thinking I was lazy or avoiding work by delegating, but I held strong, and no one seemed angry. I think they appreciated that I had a much clearer vision of how things should run, which I guess isn't surprising, but still. Though I do have a question for you. Sure. Did you really write all those rituals for Cosmopolitan? Oh. Not all of them, but Avon Elsa ended up becoming a little more popular than intended. I guess my genius was maybe a little too much. It's not that I'm mad. Well, I am a little. But I just feel so silly for falling for it. You really shouldn't. Yes, I should, because you're right about magic. I was just looking for a quick fix or something to help me cope. I didn't want to take the time to actually deal with what was wrong. I don't think you're being entirely fair to yourself. I did partly write the rituals to make fun of people, which isn't nice. No, of course, but I do feel like I hold some responsibility for my actions. I love this village, Jean, and Jonas. I want nothing more than to see them succeed, but I can't forget about myself and my well-being. I want to be successful too, which is why I think I might try to find a teacher after the festival. Not that I want to be a full-fledged witch like you, but you've inspired me to find someone to guide me on my practice, so that when I feel like I'm getting lost, I know how to refocus, especially if I'm to become mayor. What do you think? I've never inspired someone before, but I think that's a really great idea. It's a shame you're only here for 2 weeks. Maybe once you're done your training, you should come. You see Mel take a quick look at the clock. My next meeting. I'm so sorry, Willow, but I've got to run. Some things never change. I suppose they don't, but I'll see you later, okay? Yep. Bye. Okay, so now we have the last bit for her. This feeling. Is this rose quartz? Is it the crystal of love, both for yourself and others? That would work perfectly for Mel's hourglass. Let me jot this down in my grimoire. Okay, Jonas, I hope Jean likes this journal. You walk up to the cafe. It still says closed, but the lights are on, so you know Jean is inside. Is he still making batter? You walk to the kitchen, and yes, you do indeed hear Jean making even more batter. I suppose the more Madeleines, the merrier. You poke your head through the kitchen door. Jean looks up at you and gives you another thumbs up. Hold up the journal. Jean sees the journal. He stops mixing and walks over to you. What's this? It's for you. Jean takes the journal and flips through its pages. It's so you can write down all your thoughts and stuff, like if you're stuck on a recipe, or mad at another critic, or anything, really. I see. It's also a goodbye present. Goodbye? Yeah, I'm leaving after the festival, so... That's right. Jean continues to look through the journal. This is good work. You're going to make an excellent witch. Was that a... Did you just compliment me? Am I actually your favorite witch? You're the only witch I know. So you're favorite by default. Ha! I need to get back to the batter. Of course you do. It's fine. I'll get out of here. But you better save me some... You better save some of those Madeleines for me. John? Who the fuck is John? Jean nods his head. You leave the cafe. I'm Jean's favorite witch. Okay, so I completed all of his friend quests. You guys can't see them. I don't really know why, but we completed all of his friend quest things, but not hers. Oh, because we have to give her the thing. But I completed anyway. I'm just confusing myself. I'm just gonna stop. You approach the festival grounds. Everything seems to be running smoothly. I wonder how the affirmation forgive oil combo worked for Jonas. You spot Jonas and Caesar over by the stage. Hey, Willow. What's up? I was just stopping by to ask how yesterday went. Oh, let's take a seat over here. You and Jonas walk over to the bench and sit. Things seem to be going pretty well around here. Yeah, for sure. I was worried for a moment, to be honest. We were still getting stuff done after my freak out, but it was just awkward. Jonas grows serious. Thank you. Huh? I mean, sure, but why? For the spell? Duh. Oh, right, of course. Isn't that why you came here to begin with? To see how it worked? I guess you're right. I've had a lot of people give up on me in the past, but you worked with me on those affirmations, and I practiced the affirmations as you told me to do. When I felt ready, I used the oil and called a meeting. I was really nervous and all, but when I explained everything, no one was mad, at me. The crew could tell something was up after that day, but they didn't want to bring it up until I seemed ready. Obviously, I apologize because lashing out like I did is never okay, but then I explained needing space and getting overwhelmed, especially when I'm uncomfortable, and we all agreed to communicate better about our needs and keep an eye out for each other. It was the first time I've experienced something like this, people actually listening, other than Jean and Mel, of course. One of my crew members mentioned she was also feeling on edge too, because of the festival and the pressure for it to do well. Then everyone started talking about it too. Before I knew it, we were all talking about how much we wanted the Florelia Festival to succeed, and how we all want to do our best. I never rallied people like that before. It felt almost cleansing. Wait, did you accidentally give me a cleansing spell? Those are a thing, right? No, I didn't, but I'm really proud of you. Thanks. But to be honest, I couldn't have done it without you. My magic only does half the work. But that's still half. It feels like so much has happened over these past 2 weeks. Even if the festival ends up not meeting expectations, a lot has changed for the better because of you. I know I've been better since meeting you. You're definitely becoming a better leader. We still have to see if I've become a better witch. All that's left is the festival. I keep thinking there's more, but there isn't. That's what comes after the festival. Oh, there's what comes after the festival. Well, yeah, I don't really want to think about that, since you'll be... Just hug him. Jonas hugs you back. You both stand in silence for a little while. I guess I should get back to work now. Don't want all your magic to go to waste. I should get going too. See you later? Yep. Bye. Blue. Huh, what's this? Celestine? That's the last ingredient for Jonas's candle holder. I guess that makes sense. It's calming, provides clarity, and aids in communication. Yeah, I think that'd be a perfect addition. Let me write that in the grimoire. Okay. Talk to Nisha. You walk up to the studio and knock on the door. I wonder if the tarot reading helped Nisha at all. Come in. You look around the studio. It looks like chaos, but not like fibbly nibbly chaos. You seem like you're in a good mood. Yeah. I've been figuring out that community mural idea I pitched at the full moon ritual. I think it'll be really great to have everyone in the village add something to the wall. Something to remind us that we're a community even when there isn't a festival. What do you think? I've never coordinated a community event before. A big, bold mural is perfect. Mural. Flora of this region, domain, country, I think that said county and not country. I don't know about that, but it'll certainly be impressive. I'll make sure of that. Of course, I'll still have to manage it and make sure no one draws anything inappropriate. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what supplies I need. If I need anything, Mel wants the order in by the end of today. That's why the studio looks like such a mess. Makes sense. And how are the other things going? You mean with the... Yeah. Let's take a quick walk to the beach. Are you sure you have the time? Well, not really, but our beach talks might be coming to an end soon, so let's head out then. You and Nisha walk towards the beach. For maybe the last... It's best not to think about it. You take Nisha's hand. Nisha turns to you and smiles. You walk the rest of the way to the beach feeling completely at peace. When you and Nisha get to the beach, you sit close together on some rocks. So, the Fibbly Nibblies have been oddly quiet. I've been trying to talk to them. Not using magic or anything, more just thinking out loud so they can chime in if they want. Who knows, maybe after the last blow-up they've exhausted themselves too. They could also be feeling guilty for the mess. That would be a first, though you could be right. But I need them to respond to me if we're going to fix our relationship. But it feels great being this energized about art again. I wish I felt this way all the time. Don't we all? Right? Sometimes I wonder if it's worth turning your passions into work. The highs are so high, but the lows leave you completely burnt out. And then add spiteful spirits on top of it. That's not actually entirely fair. When I got home, I went instantly into push away mode, which is why they acted poorly. It's hard to figure out the right thing to do when you're exhausted. At least the festival is almost here. Yeah, that'll be a lot off my mind for sure. These talks have been super helpful over the past few weeks, too. I'm kind of going to miss them. Only kinda? Okay, more than kinda. But we gotta keep our spirits up for the festival, right? Yeah, we do. Nisha stands up proudly and looks out towards the ocean. This festival is going to be a huge success. The Fibbly Nibblies and I are going to be friends again. Gran is going to travel the world finally. And Willow will become the most famous Von Teasel there ever was. I don't know about that last one, but I'll hopefully at least complete my training. I think I'm going to cut this beach chat a little short. I don't want my creative energy to go to waste. Neither do I. Good luck with the final preparations. Bye. You look out at the ocean. Our final beach chat, huh? Whatever this feeling is that I'm feeling right now, I'm not liking it very much. It's been nice getting to know Nisha the past few weeks. I wish there was something I could add to her teapot to help her. Yellow, so the citrine? That's it, the citrine Ramsey gave me. Orange citrine helps with both clarity and manifestation. Yes, that'll be perfect. Just let me jot that down in my grimoire. I swear I'm gonna have to have like a where the water is at check-in at the beginning and end of these videos. Okay, last but not least, Devon. Time to give Devon this locket. I really hope they like it. You walk up to the music studio and knock on the door. Willow, I don't have a lot of time, but no worries. I just made you something. Devon holds up the locket. Wow, this is... Devon put on the locket. You said you wanted something to help you remember to stay calm, so I made this with you in mind. I love it. Devin gives you a big hug. I wish I wasn't so busy with last minute things, or else we could... It's alright, really. I'm definitely going to wear this tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. I'm glad you like it, but I'll let you get back to your work now. I've got to mentally prepare for tomorrow, too. Yeah, the harvest ritual, right? Yep. And then it all comes to a close. I'll see you around then. I might have time before the festival to hang out if you want. Yeah, I'll let you know. Bye. Well, I really like the locket. I'm really glad I met Devin, but all things come to an end. Oh, we completed all of Devin's friendship things. Okay. Now we go home. And this is where I am going to wrap it up. So, let's see. I guess what we'll do is we'll go to bed first, actually. Yeah. End the day. Sweet. Okay. So, we just have these 3 days, right? So I will probably do all of these in one episode, even if it ends up being quite a bit over an hour. It might be something more like an hour and a half, but I just don't see a point in making that 2 different videos. But yeah, so I've been romancing everyone because I didn't want to definitively decide who I was gonna go with until I knew more, but I am definitely... I don't know. It's so hard. I'm definitely leaning towards Devin and Jonas. Devin maybe more so. Ever since I saw Devin, I was kind of leaning towards them. But I don't know. I also do like Jonas. Nisha, I feel like, is more like friend vibes. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, this game is so cute. It's so sad that it's coming to an end. Also, it's so sad that they're all sad because she, Willow, that one, not me, is going to be leaving. Hopefully, what I'm hoping for is at the end of the story, we stay. That would be the best. But yeah, leave a comment below on games you want me to play. They can be scary or cozy like this, or whatever you would like to see me play. Yes, leave a like if you like this kind of video, and subscribe. It really helps out with the channel, and it's free. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.